Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Shri Saraswatyai Namaha Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. We talked about Sage Agastya. We are talking about Sage Agastya, right?
Yes, now please.
No? Where? Okay. What happened?
Yes.
Okay, come.
Take a guess.
So, once, what happened? Well, this time, Sage Agastya, we talked about the pilgrimage, and then we talked about how Sage, like in Sage Vasishta and Sage Vishwamitra, who is superior. We talked about that. Today, we are going to talk about a king called Indradyumna.
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 Why do you always have to say them? Why do you always ask us to say them?
Because that will make you will be able to say the names nicely, and it will help you. Your mouth will become better. Okay, and the sounds. Sit down. So there was a king called Indradyumna, and this Indradyumna, he was a great devotee of Vishnu. And once, he said to his wives, "My dear wives, I'm not interested in this samsara anymore, in this life anymore, in this kind of
It's mortal coil.
mortal coil." Okay, that's it. So, and then I want to meditate on Narayana happily. I want to just not be in this kind of carrying out the royal duties and doing all these things and all. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to go to Vaikuntha. So, I am going to meditate. I want to meditate on Narayana happily like that. So, I will renounce everything and I'll take sannyasa and then go to the Malaya Dvipa. Malaya Dvipa is right now Malaysia. Okay, let's say. And I want to go there and do tapas there. And his wives, they said that they cannot stay without him. Oh, you are taking sannyasa? So we will also take sannyasa along with you. Okay, like that. So they also came along with him. And when he took sannyasa, they also took sannyasa. Even his attendants, they also came. Even the soldiers that he had, everybody, the ministers, all of them came along with him. But because they did not want to live without the king. So they came along with him and they all stayed there and they also took sannyasa. Please give us also sannyasa with you and take us with you like that. And he did that. They said, okay, if you also want to take sannyasa, you can also take it. And they all went to this Malaya mountain. Malaya mountain. And then there he went to tapas along with his followers, all his followers. And he likes to chant Ashtakshari mantra. I told you what is Ashtakshari mantra. Do you know that? Do you remember?
Yeah.
What is it?
I forgot.
Then why did you say yes? Om Namo Narayanaya. Okay, Om Namo Narayanaya.
Because you were expecting it.
Yeah. Okay, say Om Namo Narayana. After some time, because of the effect of that mantra, because he has been doing it very deeply and all, suddenly whatever he said started becoming true. That is one kind of siddhi you get.
No,
Right?
it's also technically a curse.
No, it's not technically a curse, but that means that you have to always say good stuff with your mouth. Okay, and always speak the truth. That is the reason why once if they keep on doing it, one people will get that kind of siddhi. So he was able to, even he started seeing Lord Vishnu everywhere. Everything, even the mountain looked like Vishnu, tree looked like Vishnu to him. Everything started looking like Lord Vishnu, Vishnu Paramatma. And if he said somebody will live, even the dead one became alive. Even if somebody who is dead, he said, no, he is alive only like that, then he will become alive. And if he said somebody will die, they will die. Even that also. Yeah, he got great purity in his speech and he started seeing Vishnu in everyone also, in everybody also. So he got those kind of siddhis. These are all, what do you say, the stepping stones. Like as one is traveling towards Paramatma, they will get lot of siddhis like this. But they should not get, what do you say, influenced by this and become like boastful and all about this and they should ignore this
Okay,
type
now
of
say
things. Now,
something.
then all the people started saying the king has such a great tapashakti, he has great ascetic power. So whatever he is saying is happening. So he is Lord Vishnu, and we are thinking Vishnu is somewhere else. Our king is Vishnu, like that. Everybody surrounding him, they started praising him, and when people start praising him, at that time we need to be really, really careful and make sure we do not get fall into the trap of that kind of behavior. So these praises they really got into the king's head, Indradyumna's head, and he stopped respecting others. And formerly, when someone came, he used to stand up and do namaskaram to them and invite them properly. When stand up means when he was sitting, if somebody came, okay, immediately he will get up. Okay, he'll get up and he will do namaskaram and he will invite them properly according to the custom. Now, when somebody came, he did not get up at all. He did not stand up, and he stopped doing namaskaram also. And some saw that and went away silently because now they know that the king is actually. He got all these praises to his head and he is actually.
Well, how did they not even think that that might happen?
This will come, Nana, but they will, one should not carry them in their hand, one should ignore them. Whereas this king got them into his head, that's the thing. So one day Indradyumna, he took bath, he sat on a rock and he was doing Ashtakshari Japa there. But at that time, actually his eyes were closed. Okay, and Indradyumna took a vow that he will not see or talk to anybody unless and until they come in front of his vision like that. That's what he thought. And he was standing on a rock with one leg. Other leg he was keeping like this, the way you are keeping right now, like that. And he was in deep meditation. He was worshipping Narayana at that time. And Sage Agastya came there. And when Sage Agastya came there, Sage Agastya is none other than Brahma Amsha.
Yes, we
And
remember.
everything. He is equivalent to Shiva and all. And but this Indradyumna, before he used to respect him, but he thought that now I made a vow that I am not going to talk to anybody or not see anybody till they come just in front of me, something like that. And he did not do any namaskaram to him, and he did not worship Agastya this time. And one thing here
It's
is,
not like his fault about that.
it is a fault when big people come, unless and until he is
He made
it
a
is
vow.
also-
Are you personally saying that?
no, he thought he made a vow, so I will not do that. But that is wrong. That is very, very wrong.
He thought he made a vow.
When Paramatma comes, when your guru come, whatever you are doing, you have to leave and you have to do namaskaram
But
to them first. Okay?
is Agastya his guru?
Agastya is like Paramatma, is just like
Mhm.
Paramatma. And there are some sages who are like Saptarshis, all this one. When they come, you have to leave everything and do namaskaram to them. So here we are going to learn why should we do namaskaram. In Ikshvaku dynasty, there was a king called Mandhata. Say that? Mandhata. Mandhata. Okay. And his eldest son is Muchukunda. And this Muchukunda, once what happened?
He burned Kala.
Kala Yavana into ashes. Okay. We will learn this story in the Bhagavata Purana.
He knew
This king Muchukunda, he used to do namaskaram to the sages with his head bent low. So one thing is when you are doing namaskaram, we have to not like this namaskaram. You have to bend your head in front of the gurus or in front of the Bhagavan. Okay, you have to bend it. Your Sahasrara chakra, it has to be seeing the Paramatma. Because whatever the blessings you are going to get from the Paramatma or gurus, they will come to this Sahasrara chakra. That is why this has to be shown to the gurus. Okay, you have to bend your head very, very low. That for that reason. Okay, this is a very important thing. I never told this so far. So one of the ministers of the king said, Maharaja, you are the king. As a king, you have value. Why are you doing namaskaram to each and everyone who you are coming across like that? This one of the ministers of him told that to Mujukunda. And even though the king did not pay attention to it in the beginning, and the minister kept on saying it several times, and he called that minister and said, today you do one task for me. Go get one tiger head, one goat head, and one human head that are dead, and sell them in market and come. And the minister went and came back by evening with dejected face. And king asked, "Did you do the task? Did you whatever I task I gave you? Did you accomplish that? Did you do it?" And then the minister said, "I did a part of it. and I could not do other part. King asked, what did you do? What happened? What did you not do? And minister said, one person bought tiger head saying that it would be good for decoration in his home and he kept it in home. Somebody bought goat's head too, but
So
no one bought
So
human
is he
head.
just supposed to just take a pencil and just put it onto it and just force it like this?
I don't know. Some if you go to some homes, okay, they will have heads like this, right? There's some wild animals heads and all. They keep like that.
It's called this actually the ones that hunt.
ఏ ఏ హెడ్ కొనుక్కోలేదండి సరిగ్గా వినిపించలేదు నాకు.
Human head కొనుక్కోలేదు.
Okay.
Human head.
Why
Money.
would people even buy that?
Why would
thing?
people buy that, right? King said even animals have value, but this human head does not have any value. Okay, so if I bend it and do namaskaram to the sages, what is your problem? Like that, Muchukunda actually told.
Yes.
Okay, so one thing always remember when you are doing namaskaram, this Sahasrara Chakra has to be
We were
seeing
you
the.
just told us this.
Okay, again and again I will tell you till it gets into the brain. Okay, that is the reason why the namaskaram is so important. And while doing namaskaram also, this has to be seeing the god, not like we all go to the god, we see and we do this. No, we should actually bend our head and do this. Okay, that is very very important. Now, Sage Agastya, he looked at him and he got angry because Sage Agastya already knows he has some. This king has been doing what do you say, the tapas and meditation for a lot of time. But what happened is he has some papa left in him, some kind of sin left in him, which can only be experienced in another birth, and he has to become an animal for that. And the Sage Agastya knows that he is trying to get him free of that curse. So for that reason, he got angry. Okay, people he brings anger to himself. Even though if anyone makes mistake to punish them, they bring anger to themselves like that. So he said, how much ever powerful or deep your tapas is, you have to salute, do namaskaram and respect to the sages. As doing namaskaram to them and respecting them will only give strength to our tapas. Okay, because once you get their blessings, what will happen? You will get more. Your tapas shakti will increase. Don't you think we saw people who did severe assesses before like that? Oh foolish one, oh disrespectful one, you will be born as an elephant. Like that. This he cursed Indradyumna. Indradyumna fell at his feet. Oh great soul one, I was under the vow that I do not want to see anyone, or even if I see, I did not want to do namaskaram to anyone. It is not that I did not do namaskaram to you out of my childish nature or something like that, but because of a vow I took. Please show your grace on me. Then Sage Agastya said, every being has some kind of dosha. Nobody is perfect. We all have some kind of imperfection in us. So till that perfect imperfection is gone, you will not become one with Vishnu. You wanted to attain Mukti, right? If you want to become one with Vishnu, even that imperfection has to also go away. So you have to stay for thousands of years like that till that imperfection is gone. So you have to take another birth anyways, as that is your fate. Your fate is that you have to take another birth. How long will you be like this? How long will you be doing tapas, tapas, tapas all the time? But still, no, you have to go through that papa also, right? So I came here to remove your imperfection by giving you another birth, and that will help you attain Lord Vishnu, where you will attain Vishnu Paramatma at that time. So you did this mistake towards me. Why were you able to? At least you have the tendency. Okay, say Agastya came. I did not do namaskara. You know that it is a mistake, but still you did it towards me because of that imperfection in you. I keep on telling you about vasanas, right? The tendencies that are attached to us about that. So I only cursed you because of your imperfection. I will not lose anything if you do not do namaskaram to me. Okay, do the sage lose anything? No, of course not. So the mistake you did will become the reason for your next birth. So then you will see Lord Vishnu and he himself will take you into himself. Like that, you will become one with him. Like that. The result of this tapas will be attained by you in next birth. So when where you attain mukti, you will attain mukti in the next birth. And Sage Agastya actually showed a way to get to achieve Paramatma to Indradyumna and left that place. And because of that curse, and some more far more punya, Indradyumna actually constructed the temple of Puri Jagannath Puri. And Indradyumna was born as an elephant, and all his wives who were there, okay, they were all born as female elephants, and all the attendants that came with him, they also became lot of other elephants. That is when he got caught by the, what do you say, crocodile, who is a Gandharva, Gandharva, and his name is like that. Okay. So, and then at that time, as a Gajendra, he prayed for Narayana. He prayed for Narayana, and Narayana came and gave him Mukti. Now, we will understand the importance of tapas, mukti, and facts. And generally, sages, they do tapas for thousands of years to attain mukti, but it doesn't come. Okay, as they still have some karma sesha left. Karma sesha means some balance will be there in their karmas, and they have to experience it. Even though knowledgeable ones, they attain self knowledge. Like self knowledge means what? What is Paramatma? Okay, what is the that kind of knowledge? Or the devotees attain Vishnu, they have to experience their karma, whatever that is left of it. Even like you, if you come across, like if you take Ramana Maharshi or Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, okay, even though they were they attained Jivan Mukti, but still they had to experience some kind of karma, whatever the prarabdha karma that they got, and they experienced it like a witness, like that. So Dhruva, actually, there was a small boy, okay, who was like 5.5 years old, and he did tapas, 6 whole months of tapas for Lord Vishnu. And
sorry, isn't that from when he was 5 to when he was 5.5?
yes. And then when Lord Paramatma came, when he started the tapas, he wanted to achieve higher position. He wanted to achieve the position of being able to sit in his father's lap. That was his that. So
Seriously?
that was a dream he had, because his mother, like his father had two wives. Okay, one is Sunita and one is Suruchi. Then Suniti's son is Dhruva. Suruchi has another son. Okay, and what happened? Because the king had, he always loved the second wife more. He used to pamper that son more in front of. So then what happened? That lady, even this boy also, Dhruva also wanted to sit in his lap. At that time, the his aunt, I mean his stepmother, she said, if you want to sit in king's lap, you are supposed to be born to me. Why don't you go and do tapas for Vishnu and pray for at least to be born to me, at least in your next birth or something like that. Then you can happily come and sit in the king's lap. And then he became very upset. This Dhruva, he's such a small boy. He became upset and he went to his mother. His mother, she listened to him and said, you know what she said, Suruchi said is right. Actually, you have to, if you really want to achieve higher position, you have to do tapas for Vishnu Paramatma. And then this boy, without thinking, he just took leave of his mother and he started out. He started out to do tapas. And as he was going, Narada came. When you have to go on, when you are going on quest for Paramatma, Narada appears. So Narada came and asked him, "Where are you going? You are such a little boy." I'm going to a forest and I'm going to do tapas there. And said, okay, how can you? You are such a small boy. And you know the whole that the place he's going to is known as Madhuvanam. Madhuvanam, that is full of wild animals, lot of trees, and there will be mosquitoes biting you and all. You will be all scared. Then he said, no, I have to pray for Vishnu Paramatma. And he was like adamant. I want to go and have darshan of Vishnu. And then at that time, like Narada tested him very much, and then he gave him mantra, Ashtakshari mantra. Ashtakshari.
He can't read their minds instead.
It's okay, but you have to, he has to be sure. If he gives him mantra, he will be doing the anushtana of it. That's the reason why. Then Narada gave him mantra. Then Dhruva took that mantra and he went there and he did tapas for 6 months. Okay. For the first month, he did not even, he ate only leaves that fell down. For the second month, he only drank water. For the third month, he only took air or something like that. There are several steps like that. And in the sixth month, Vishnu appeared. Vishnu appeared in front of him. He was not talking anything. So Vishnu took his conch shell, Shankham, and put it on his cheeks. Then he said something. Then he said, I want, when he started tapas, he wanted to attain, he wanted to get the higher position, to be able to sit in his father's lap, right? Now, as he saw Vishnu Paramatma, he thought that I want to get mukti. And then Vishnu said, I cannot give you that. When you started the tapas, your intention was different. You wanted to become a higher position. You know what? I'm going to give you highest position that anybody can have. Okay,
God.
so he became the polar star, North Pole star. Okay, the Dhruva Nakshatra.
How is it a high position? The highest
And
position?
he said, you still have 26,000 years time for that. If one does tapas, you did tapas for materialistic
It's the
pleasures.
most little
Yeah.
waste.
Listen. So God appears sooner to them to make sure their ascetic power does not increase, because he was actually trying to do tapas for getting good position, right? So if he does tapas for a lot of time, then what happens is tapas shakti increases and he should get more boons. So that is why God appeared sooner also to him, and he gets them out of ascesis by fulfilling their desires. And now getting them back to the normal life. The tapas that is done for Atma Jnana, okay, one, if they are doing tapas for the sake of attaining Paramatma, that will go for longer time. No, that will go for longer time. We will stop the lesson in very soon. Come. So that is the reason why the tapas that is done for Atma Jnana, that goes for a long time, whereas for materialistic pleasures, it only takes less time. In the less time, they will get fulfillment. So even there are many Lambika yogis in this century that are doing tapas for Atma Darshan. They do tapas for 50 years, abandoning the food, shelter, pleasures and everything. But attaining mukti can only happen because of God's grace. We have to know that.
And yeah, what? What you got with the sim?
This Dhruva story?
No, the other one that you just said.
Lambika yogis, they are doing now also. Now also they are there. Yeah. Okay, that is the reason.
We're talking about them.
So there is some kind of karma experience, the deeds of the past, that is actually coming as an obstacle to them, and they are not attaining Paramatma yet for that reason, even though they do tapas for thousands of years. So whoever is really fortunate, okay, they will come across those kind of experiences where they will spend that karma and get rid of that and attain mukti. Okay, this all happens with God's grace only. We have to keep that in mind. And Agastya in Mahabharata. Okay, we are going to talk about that for a little. In Mahabharata, Agastya was doing the tapas by keeping his hands above his head like this. And during that time, Kubera was going in the sky along with his friend Manimanta. This Manimanta, actually, you know what he did? He was chewing tambulam. You know, they say bitter leaves.
Fell on Agastya.
Yes, and he just spit the tambulam. He actually spit the tambulam on the earth. On the earth. He did not see that Agastya was doing tapas there. And he just spit. Kubera, they were going in a flight. I mean, Vimanam, meaning air flight. So, yeah. And they did not see. And Agastya called Kubera down and said, "Your friend made a mistake knowingly or unknowingly, and he is full of pride, and he is Yaksha, and he will die in the hands of a normal human." Like that, Sage Agastya said. And Sage Agastya's curse can never be taken back. And Bhima actually went in the search of Saugandhika flower. The Bhima, when and reached Kubera's lake, in the battle there, Bhima killed Manimanta. And in Shanti Parva of Mahabharata also, there is Agastya Gita. It is world famous. And even 200 years ago also, people used to recite this Agastya Gita. It's like Bhagavad Gita. And they used to listen to discourses about it. In Telugu and other languages, they briefly mentioned about it only. And hence, not many know about that because it was only very briefly mentioned. It is there in real Samskrita Mahabharata. And Agastya gave the world the way to worship all incarnations, worships like Vamana, along with the Namas and Stotra. All this he did. And scholars got all the different stotras together in a book called Agastya Samhita. That is a great book, Agastya Samhita. And he is a great Shiva devotee, we know that. And it is said that there are fascinating things like how one can make electricity using batteries in that Agastya Samhita.
That is. Do you understand how batteries work? They have electricity in them. And since you have metal in them, you can use that to conduct electricity.
That is all there first in Agastya Samhita. That's what I am telling you.
Science.
That's it, science. Yes, everything is science only. And how to make batteries and all these things were explained in the Agastya Samhita. Okay, they were all explained there. And then, so Agastya Maharshi, he served Kolhapur Mahalakshmi, Sri Shaila Mallikarjuna, Brahmarambika, Vindhyachala Nivasini, Bhimeshwara in Daksharamam, right? He also stayed for 10 years in the banks of near Sampara on the banks of Tulyabhaga river. Tulyabhaga is one of the 7 branches of river Godavari. And about 15 kilometers from Tulyabhaga river, this Sampara place is there. You know Prakashini, this place, Sampara?
తెలీదండి.
It is actually there only, around there only. There he worshipped Shiva with the name, okay, Ikshana Mukteshwara. Mukteshwara. That means if one sees, if one goes and gets mukti, even if one sees him, just by looking at him.
ముక్తేశ్వర స్వామి టెంపుల్ ఫేమస్ అండి.
Ikshana Mukteshwara. Ade Sampara. That's the place. That was known as Sampara before. What is it? No, you tell me.
I'm trying to maintain a mute for it.
No.
Just do it.
Why? What happened? Is the result of mosquito bites. No, that's the problem.
Around 50.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this Ikshana Mukteshwara, even if you see him, he will give mukti, like that. So it is said that sage Vyasa and sage Agastya talked there only, near where Ikshana Mukteshwara temple is there only they sat and talked about Kashi. And after that, if you remember, Kolhapur Mahalakshmi asked him to go to Kumaraswamy near Swami Malai, right? Swami Malai. And then Palani. And then Palani is also one of the Subramanya Kshetras. And then he went to Kanchi. Say that? Kanchi. In Kanchi there is Kamakshi Devi. And then Tanjavur. And then Srirangam. He went to all these places. He roamed all around the world. And he brought out the importance of all the Kshetras. In Srisailam, there is an idol of Ishtakameshwari. Ishtakameswari. That means one who fulfills our dearest desires, whatever. And he prayed for her, and in later years, when she was not seen for several years, Jagadguru Shankaracharya brought her back. And not only that, we know that Sage Agastya gave Aditya Hrudayam, right? Aditya Hrudayam in Ramayanam to Rama, and he also gave Aditya Kavacham. Aditya Kavacham, okay, which will protect us like a shield, which says that the Surya Bhagavan with several names, where there we praise Surya Bhagavan, several names protect various organs of our body, like that. If one has bodily problems, one has to read Aditya Kavacham. For every form of God, there will be one stotra, and then one kavacha, and then one hrudayam, and then mantra would be there. Okay, so we can know all of those things. We can learn all of those things. Stotras are chanted for fulfilling desires. And when there is a body problem, one should always recite Kavacha. Like Trailokya Mohana Kavacham, it was protection for Parashurama, right? Like that. And for Darshana Siddhi, one has to do, if you want to see the form of Paramatma, so you have to do mantra. Okay, that is what. Okay, we will stop here for today. Okay, and we will continue on Wednesday. Okay, we will continue on Wednesday or Thursday. I'll tell you. Okay, not on Wednesday, Thursday only we will continue.
Why not on Wednesday though?
Something else is there. Yeah. Okay. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Shri Saraswatye Namaha. Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati. Shri Gurudattatreya Namaha. Asato ma Sadgamaya. Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaskara.